Hello, everyone, and welcome to season 2, episode 16 of the Trivia 10. We have Sammy J back after, a little bit of a fumble at the end of season 1, and you're trying to make the playoffs, but you're back for season 2. You're hungry. You're trying to make it again. How are you feeling today?
I feel good after that fumble. I had to hide away, hide under my rock. I've been grinding film since season 1. I've been watching every single movie I've ever watched at 3 times speed. So now I feel like I'm ready to go.
Okay, well, we'll see if that studying pays off for you, and we don't want to see any, McCaffrey-like fumbles here in the Super
Whoa,
Bowl
whoa,
to try
whoa,
and get
whoa,
you to the
whoa, whoa.
playoffs.
We're in
Okay?
basketball season.
We are. We're in
Italian,
NBA
baby.
season. We're in NBA season. So Trivia 10, obviously new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. If you're not subscribed to this point, what are you doing? But looking at the leaderboard, we only have 5 episodes left here. And Sammy, you have an opportunity to lock yourself into that green category. And Alex, Ethan, Sophie are begging for people to get lower than them to try and save themselves from that red cut line that is getting just closer and closer by the episode. You got your work cut out for you. We'll see how it can go today. See if you can push yourself into the green, or if you have to wait for the next couple episodes to see where you land. But episode 16, let's go ahead and jump into it. First 2 questions are going to be multiple choice, of course. What pizza shop does Peter Parker work for in Spider-Man 2? Is it Joe's Pizza, Murphy's Pizza, Angino's Pizza, or Angelo's Pizza?
What is Joe's Pizza?
Joe's Pizza, of course, is correct. Spider-Man 2, you've logged it on Letterboxd, I think, 19 times, but I'd have to imagine you've seen it even more than that.
It is literally my favorite film of all time. It's what got me into film. It's a combination of both of my favorite things, and it's actually like just a well-rounded film in general. So it's like perfect. As I grow with that movie, it just gets better with time because he hates his life in that movie. I hate myself and I hate my life. So it's perfect. It's like the perfect movie for me.
Well, hopefully this Trivia 10 can bring you some joy if you can keep this hot streak going. If you got one, you're 1 for 1 so far. Let's try and keep it up. What is Bryan Cranston's name in Godzilla 2014? Is it Owen Grady, Joe Brody, Rob Brady, or John Grody? This is a Cam Walsh recommended question.
I know what the answer is, but I was just going to try to make a funny joke. And it's not going to be a funny joke, but it is. I just need to say that why did they kill off Bryan Cranston's character in Godzilla? He was the best character. I'm sorry, I don't want to go on a rampage, but it's Joe Brody B.
Joe Brody is correct. He was like throwing Owen Grady, obviously, who is Chris Pratt in the Jurassic World movies, but Joe Brody's correct. Yeah, Bryan Cranston. I don't know if this was his first. This wasn't like his first post Breaking Bad role. It might have been like his first big movie role. People were like hyping up, like, oh, he's making the jump down to like blockbuster movies, and then obviously he's in it for a hot minute, if even that. So
and the best part too. So made his impact made.
Yep, 10 points, perfect to the first 2, the multiple choice. But now we're getting into the bulk of the quiz here.
Let's do it.
In Sicario, Benicio del Toro plays Alejandro Gillick, but in Mexico he is referred to by this nickname.
No, I just watched this. Okay. I need to go into the brain bank. In Sicario, Benicio del Toro plays Alejandro Gillick, but in Mexico he's referred to by this nickname. It's got to be something like El Muerto or some shit. Nope, that's actually that's Bad Bunny superhero character. Bunny. That's never gonna happen. It's oh man, I just watched this too. This is crazy. I love this movie. How am I not remembering? See, I grinded everything except Sicario. I should have grinded Sicario more. God damn. Okay, let's just throw something out there because I'm blanking on this, but he's referred to by this nickname. Oh man, I'm looking at the Letterboxd poster with him. It's like it's a card. Oh man, it's right there. Let's say shit. I got nothing. I'm gonna go. Let's just say El Muerto.
It is not El Muerto. When he's in Mexico, the Mexicans refer to him as Medellin. He is kind of we realize in the movie he's working for the Medellin cartel, which is kind of like he's kind of a double agent in this movie. And once he gets into Mexico, especially in that final scene when he goes to that family's house, everyone, kind of referring to him as Medellin, kind of being the guy who's helping instill that drug cartel back in power. That is what they all refer to him as. 0 points on this one, but we got plenty more work to be done here. Next question. What is the name of the sign twirler in Soul who regularly enters the zone of rescue, or the zone to rescue lost souls?
Oh, this is definitely a Cam question, and I hate him for asking this question.
He actually didn't. He didn't give me this one.
He didn't give this one?
Cam does love Soul. Yeah, he does love Soul.
I watched this movie one time. So let's go ahead and say this guy's name is Jerry Maguire.
Not Jerry Maguire. It's Moonwind. He is
Yeah, no way I was ever
Moonwind.
gonna get that.
But Cam did give you question 5, which I think is easier than both 3 and 4. So hopefully you should be able to get this one. But question number 5 now to try and get you back on the winning side, pick up some points here. Which Infinity Stone does Thanos already have at the beginning of Infinity War?
That would be the Power Stone.
Yep, Power Stone is correct. The purple Power Stone. Not even a flinch from you. Cam was like, "There's like a chance he gets stumped on it, but he's probably gonna know this one." But yeah, I definitely went right in this. I was like 3 and 4 are pretty hard. So if 5's a little easier, that's fine.
I've eaten my fair share of slop, so
well, yep. I mean, it helped you get points here on the Trivia 10. So we're done with the first half, and you're at 20 points. But obviously, the bulk of the points here are to be gained in the second half that we're going to be jumping into now, starting with the first matching game, which is the box office edition. The 3 movies we got are The Matrix, Batman Begins, and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. A budget of $130 million that made $481 million, a budget of $63 million that made $467 million, and a budget of $150 million that made $375 million. Mash these up.
Okay, so let me try to go through my thought process here. I'm pretty sure The Matrix. I think. Oh, geez. Okay, hang on. Let me think this through real quick. I'm pretty sure The Matrix was a box office success. I'm thinking the top 2, the 2 and the 460 plus have to be Batman and Matrix. I don't think Puss in Boots made that much. And adjusting for inflation with that animation, I think 150 million to 375 makes sense for Puss in Boots. There's no way they made The Matrix for 63 million, right? There's no way. There's no shot. Okay. I think I'm gonna lock in Puss in Boots at 3. I think that makes sense. Or could it be this? I feel like this might be a trick question. I don't think The Matrix was made for that much money, to be honest with you. They were all pretty relative unknowns at the time. Well, not unknowns, but Wachowskis wouldn't have garnered that much money. I don't think Keanu was Keanu maybe. No, because Will Smith famously turned down that role. So they probably got a nice discount for that one. Okay, I'm gonna think. Okay. I think I'm gonna lock this in. I think I'm gonna be wrong, but let's go. The Matrix 2. Oh no, I don't know. Puss in Boots. Okay, no. I think that. Okay. Let's lock in The Matrix at 2. Oh no. What if it's Batman Begins? What if it's Batman Begins too? That could also work. Okay, you know what? Let's stop beating around the bush. It's 2, 1, 3.
So 2 for The Matrix, 1 for Batman Begins, and 3 for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is what you're going for?
Let's go with that.
All right, we got 5 points. You got The Matrix correct. You got Batman Begins and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish flipped. So Batman Begins made the least out of these 3, which is a little surprising when you see, The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises being, billion-dollar successes. But you got 5 points, picked up some. Points are points. 25 points now at this point with 4 questions left. Next, we got another matching game. This one's going to be Rotten Tomatoes edition. 3 movies. The Banshees of Inisherin, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and Sound of Metal. And we got 93 critics, 96 audience, 96 critics, 75 audience, and 97 critics, 90 audience. So one of them you have critics over audience that are both highly rated. The other one's audience a little over critics. And then you have one with the audience kind of a decent gap from the critics.
Cool. Shout out to Josiah for that little cheat sheet down there. So the reviews. That's been really helpful because this one's going to be kind of tough. I think Banshees. I don't know if the audiences loved Banshees that much. I know we did here, especially shout out to Seth, his favorite movie. And that one has, sorry, I have to look in here, 370 reviews, 500 verified ratings. And then out of these 3, I feel like the one that was least watched is probably Sound of Metal. Which I don't know why. It's a great movie. Everyone should watch it. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Okay, so let's see what we got here. What can I think of? Okay, now these are all just 3 great movies. This is so hard. It's like I gotta pick. Okay, so I gotta go back to these reviews again. So we have one. So this 96.97 or 96.75 has 370 total reviews. All right? Let's lock in 2 for Banshees, 1 for Cuckoos, 3 for Sound of Metal. Wait, is that right? Yeah, 2, 1,
Yeah.
3.
So left to right, 2, 1, 3. Locking
Yeah.
those in.
Yeah, let's lock that in. It's probably wrong.
Nope. Perfectly done. 15 points. Kind of the masterful walkthrough of how you kind of go through these, looking at the ratings, looking at the scores, and yeah. So kind of in general, audience score super high usually means older, but critic score super low means older. So it's like as time goes
Yeah.
forward, more critics but less audience because like newer. And I think you perfectly navigate. Like Sound of Metal was a streaming release, so that's going to give a little more audience. But and yeah, if anyone's listening to this, being like, oh, you're spoiling the strategy. By the time this uploads, the entire season's gonna be recorded. So like everything's already, because we're like recording this like 2 months before this one's gonna go up. So we're way in the future right now. So that is kind of the strategy for people that are playing along at home. You know, it's more critics means newer, less critics older. But yeah, perfectly done. 15 points. You're at 40 points now. You're now tied with Alex for the last place, but you got 3 questions left. So Alex is hoping for a colossal fumble here from Sammy.
I'm praying
going on to the
Alex's
next question. Next question here, we got the two-pronged question. There's gonna be 2 correct answers. You're gonna get either 0, 10, or 20 points based on how many of these you can get right. Question is, Spider-Man No Way Home made almost $2 billion worldwide, but what are the second and third highest grossing Spider-Man films worldwide of all time?
Okay, so second is definitely Spider-Man 3, famously made, I think, close to 900 million. I know that one just off the top of my head. Third is the one where I think it has to be one of the Amazing Spider-Mans. Or no, sorry. It has to be one of the Tom Holland ones. Spider-Man No Way Home. What are the second and third highest grossing Spider-Man films of all time? So yeah, definitely Spider-Man 3 is one of them. I think Far From Home actually might be in that top 3 too, because it came out post Endgame and the hype was still really, really big. I just don't remember how much that one made. Actually, I think that one made $1 billion. Funny enough. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lock in Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man Far From Home. Far From Mid.
Perfectly done. Again, Spider-Man 3, yeah, you knew that was a big money maker. The Amazing Spider-Man's not really on that level, and Spider-Verse films are awesome, but not really making these kind of huge level of money, even though they should. Far From Home, yep, over $1 billion as well. No Way Home being the big one. Perfectly done. 20 points, 60 points now, which means you're above Alex, you're above Ethan, you're above Sophie, but you are not locked in the playoffs. 65 is kind of that playoff line right now. So you have 2 questions left here to pick up any kind of points, which could be from the Ride the Bus, which is next. You just need 5 points to put yourself in the playoffs.
This is like trying to ride a bull, a mechanical bull.
This is a tough one. So 5 points here would get you into a wild card slot. So not like in the official green, but you'd be still in the playoff round of a wild card slot. Ride the Bus. Going back to Sicario. Sicario's at a 4.0.
Great motion picture.
Is Poor Things higher or lower?
Swear to God, I saw this. I think this is a 3.9. But it also could be a 4.1. I think I'm going to say lower. I think it's a 3.9.
Lower? It is higher. So 0 points on Ride the Bus. It's coming down to guess the cast for you if you're going to be in the playoffs or not. Once again, it's coming down to guess the cast for you, but this is the perfect villain arc for you. This is what you needed. The guess the cast to be the redeeming factor. So next we're going to have When Harry Met Sally, which is lower, Gladiator, which is higher, and The Holdovers, which is even higher than the Gladiator. Going on to question 10 now. If you get 0 here, you aren't out of the playoffs because we still have 4 episodes to film. So you just would need one person below you to kind of save yourself. But this is a big one. Guess the cast, redemption arc. Are we here? Are we locked in, Sammy?
I gotta lock it in. Come on, Sammy.
Lock it in. Can't have another David Dastmalchian.
I gotta turn up. Yeah, no.
First cast member we got, Willem Dafoe.
Oh my God, this could be anything. Okay,
he is your highest logged on your Letterboxd stats. Yeah, at least. He's your highest logged.
And of everything I've seen him in, he is in Poor Things. He's in Spider-Man. He's in Spider-Man 2. And Spider-Man No Way Home. Could this be a trick question? And could it just be Spider-Man 2 since he's like a small cameo in that? That would be a great pull if it's Spider-Man 2. But let me think of everything else he's in that I've seen him in. I'm blanking on his other movies. That's not good. You got me thinking Spider-Man now, and all I'm thinking is Spider-Man. Yeah, no. All I got is Poor Things, Spider-Man 2. Okay. Let's dig deep here, Sammy. Let's dig deep here. What else? What other movies is he in that you just watched recently? And you've been switching it up now too. I've noticed like you don't just do the supporting characters first anymore. You do like I think Cam got Fargo, he got Ben Affleck off Rip, so like, he could be a lead. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be a comic book movie. I don't think it's gonna be a comic book movie. You wouldn't do that for me. That's too easy. I feel like it's got to be. There's no shot at Poor Things. You brought Poor Things up. Okay, you know what? I think I just got to get a guess out there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it off the first one, but let's say it's my favorite film of all time, Spider-Man 2. He has a small role in it. I doubt it, but let's just say it.
It is not Spider-Man 2. The next cast member, J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons and Willem Dafoe.
There's no way this is Spider-Man No Way Home. There's no way this is Spider-Man 1. This is not. This is insanity. No way. They're in something else together, aren't they? J.K. Simmons. It has to be one of those two. There's no shot. There's no way. What else is Willem Dafoe and J.K. Simmons? It's gonna be a movie that I just like. It's not even Spider-Man related. How many points do I need to make the playoffs?
You just need 10. So when we get all 4 people on here, if you can at least get it at that point, you're into the playoffs.
So I'm gonna save spot. I can play around here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can eliminate some of the Spider-Mans, but I feel like they're in another movie together, and I just can't grasp it in my mind. What have I watched recently? Damn. I'm drawing a blank. I'll just guess the first Spider-Man, Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I don't think that's going to be a hit, but let's see what else we got.
It is not the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Going on to the 20-point option, Amy Adams.
Oh, this is it has to be Zack Snyder's Justice League.
It has to because it is Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Let's go.
20 points. You're into the playoffs. Yeah, exactly what I wanted to happen happened with the Willem Dafoe, J.K. Simmons, just a devious combo because your mind's going to only go to Spider-Man there.
You're a menace, Tyler. This season you're
coming. There's no way you weren't going to get this one eventually, but I knew you probably weren't going to get the 40 or 30 on this, but you only needed 10 and you got 20. So 80 points is where you're at for the overall total, which means you can be tied with James in the 9 slot. But that's perfectly fine because you are very much in the green. That means Alex will be pushed to 16, which means whoever's next has the opportunity to officially eliminate him from the season. We are to the point where there's no more waiting games. The final 4 episodes are all going to be, the person on the episodes either making the playoffs or they aren't, and someone's going to get pushed down. But Sammy, the redemption, Guess the Cast was a killer for you last season, but Guess the Cast punches your ticket to the playoffs this season. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I am so happy. You're a menace for putting J.K. Simmons and Willem Dafoe. There's literally 3 movies that they're in together, or 4. I was just like Spider-Man. But I feel good. I'm just glad it wasn't David Dismalchin or like Shea Wiggum or one of those guys that I love to see them show up on movies, but when they show up on Trivia 10, I'm
devious. Yep. 80 points though. You're in the playoffs. We'll be seeing you again once the playoffs officially kick off. Sammy, great work. New episodes every Tuesday and Friday. We got 4 episodes left in this regular season to really iron out what this playoffs are going to look like. But with that, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this right now and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Click the like button as well. Comment below how you would have done. But yeah, hit that subscribe button. We will see you in the next episode. Peace out.